It is the calm before the storm. I'm at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, the biggest of this kind of show in the country, certainly. Probably not the world. There's probably a bigger one in China and Japan, but this one is a doozy, and it's going to get real crowded. For example, right now, yeah, wow, it's crazier later. There's so much going on. Here we are, CES inside. This is actually press day. It's very busy, but I'll get you back outside in a minute to the introduction, but this is what we're going to be doing. It's just covering a bunch of little stuff. It's going to be so much fun. You say, oh no, and we're back because that is too crowded. I can't deal with that. We got to deal with this right now. So this video is going to take some of the littler things that I wanted to cover in greater depth, but couldn't. Either the topics are too small, but too important to throw out, some little stuff. So let's see what we've got, and let's see if it's any good. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. And why have a self-driving car when you can have a little bit different, a sort of deal where the car is actually not being driven itself, but being driven around on behalf of it? You got this guy, the Mando, which goes ahead and can just pick up the car and take it where it needs to go. Stuff it in parking spots, never have to deal with valets again. That's a pretty clever one. Why not, right? So why would we not want an opportunity to look at something very fun, very silly, like a self-driving, automated snowblower that can put piles of snow just about anywhere you want them, up to 12 inches deep it can go. And there it is. It goes through it. That's not fun. You don't want to do that.
3 months in Minnesota last year. We rented a big farmhouse, and all we did was test Yarbo. And all the changes we made came from Minnesota, Canada,
and there it is. Midwest tested, snowdrift approved. And if you're going to come to an event like this, well, of course you're going to find the pinball machines and Jeff hanging out here for a good half hour checking out all the pinball machines.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're new and they're exciting here at CES. So we're at CES with Dr. Jules Hammond talking about the BFC's paper batteries. What do we got going on here?
So we produce a paper battery that uses enzymes just like your body to convert sugar and oxygen into electricity. And the benefit of this is when you throw it away, it's completely compostable. So we're using it to power small IoT products, such as wearable patches for diabetes, or logistics trackers to track things like temperature and humidity for the pharmaceutical cold chain.
And how long does this last? And does it just degrade on its own?
So it lasts a few days to a few weeks, depending on how many messages it sends, how many sensors you may have on the PCB or electronic circuit. So you can see here we have a logistics tracker powered by our paper battery, and it's sending Bluetooth signals to this smartphone app. If we click on the app, you can see that we have a history of the temperature and humidity over the last few hours.
So this chip is just a little weather station.
Exactly.
And this is powering it. And then when it's done, it's no lithium, no cobalt, no nickel, no manganese. It just goes away.
It's exactly that. It's completely metal-free, plastic-free, and the idea is you throw it away, and on traditional composting, we're looking at losing 50% of the mass in 50 days.
50% mass is gone, is converted back to organic material. Because, as you know, you can make a battery out of a potato, a lemon. So why not make a whole battery for something that has such limited power draw out of something that we can just safely dispose of? Well, that's very fascinating. And for more information, of course, you guys, you know what you need to do is check them out. Yeah. So at CES, we did see another pretty neat one. It was Dracula Technologies, or maybe it's Dr. Acula. I'm not sure, but Jerome's going to set us straight here. Jerome, what is the problem that a lot of equipment has? It's vampire drain, isn't it?
Yes, correct. So with Dracula, what we do, we collect the surrounding light that we have available everywhere, anytime in your house, even in the dark. You don't want the name. If you see my car there, even if I go in the shadow. As far as I have light, I'm able to generate energy. Enough energy to power any kind of device, any kind of product you may imagine in your house. Remote control, CO2 sensor, air quality sensor, beacon detectors, trackers, and so on. Everything which is using traditional batteries, AA, AAA, Scott batteries can be powered that technology. It's a green technology, only carbon-based product, no rare earths, no heavy metals inside, only water-based and alcohol-based solvent, fully recyclable. And this year, what we're presenting at the world premiere is not only the OPV, the organic photovoltaic on site, but we're also able to print now the storage element, the supercap. So it's a layer vault, it's only two products in one.
So this is the battery and the panel.
Correct. That's
So if I had
device.
if I had one of these devices and I turn off the light at night, I've got juice until morning, hopefully.
At least.
Depending on what the application is and all
Depending on
that.
the application, and we're able to size, as we do everything by inkjet printing, we'll be able to size at the same time the OPV, the photovoltaic, but also the storage, just to make sure that we use the only necessary. We don't want to waste any kind of energy or any kind of products.
So if you need it for an application in a particular shape, you can make it in that shape.
You can make it. For example, if you take that one, the rainbow here, when it's fold, it's fit in that product.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Gotcha.
And the way we're producing by inkjet printing is one of the only technology that allow you to do this, to make this kind of free shape design and so on.
That's neat. And earlier we talked about carbon monoxide detector. Wouldn't it be terrible if your battery died?
Correct. That's why for many applications where people are using energy harvesting, they consider it being a kind of backup features. That was the beginning of energy harvesting. We are considering being able to generate energy even in case of, mostly using traditional batteries. But we've seen that the efficiency of energy harvesting and mostly the OPV we are manufacturing is good enough to replace the primary battery. So now many products, all these right now are all working with our technology. There's no backup batteries. The only storage, because we need storage, is there here. This is our supercap, printed supercap, the layer vault, the 2-in-1 that we're manufacturing and producing today. At the world premiere at the CES.
Are these products on the market?
We're being light.
Not yet. Very cool. Very cool. Well, Jerome from Dracula Technologies joining us here at CES. Thank you.
Thank you.
Slim design. Well, it looks compact, but what even is it? If only someone like Cedric could tell us. What do we got?
We've got a miniaturized body camera that's also very affordable. It's $69, and this makes it accessible to common folks at home and all professionals who deal with aggression in their work lives. So retail workers, people in transportation, emergency responders, all those people will feel a bit more safe and secured with foam cam.
$69. It's already on the market?
No,
No,
we
shoot.
have pre-production. We intend to the market in 8 months.
8 months.
8 months.
So how's it work?
We have a very small, tiny body camera. It's unobtrusive. You press the button once and it starts recording. You press the button a second time and long press, and then it will send an alert to your emergency contacts, telling them that you need help. It will show them your live location, the video feed, and you have two-way audio so they can talk back to you and let you know that they are watching.
Wow. So it's not just a body cam, it's a lot more. And it goes to your phone.
That's right.
And so I put grandma out with this, I put the kids out with this, they
Exactly.
go for a walk. If things start getting a little hairy, one long press, and then they say, so there's some person nearby, I just don't feel super safe, and they can hear me and I can hear them, and I can see what they see.
Exactly, that's exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah.
How likely is $69? The best number of all.
I'm sorry?
The price. How is it definitely that price?
We are in pre-production now. We have set up, we are really going to production soon with this. So we are pretty sure that's going to be $69.
And you're close enough to production that you've got all your facilities lined up and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. We're mostly here to talk to people who help us bring it to different markets.
Wow. And are these different models that you're hoping to make, or are they just examples?
We are a design studio originally, and so we've developed these cameras, and this also inspired us to start working on foam cam.
Wow. That is. Now, does it have a light all the time, or is that optional? Or
It has a light when it's recording.
when it's recording?
Yeah. And then it starts blinking red when it's sending out an alarm. So people really are aware that you are filming. It's also law, of course. But
In terms of privacy, it's not a concern.
No.
I mean, you'd have to be You'd have to be really not paying attention to not recognize that. And with its flashing red.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. This is a pretty neat one. Slim design. Check them out. Go ahead and throw them up on the screen. So yeah, that's probably enough for CES for today. There are, in this space, only hundreds of booths, but tomorrow and the rest of the week we'll be seeing thousands of booths. Most of them of no interest to me, but maybe you guys will like them. But we're going to check some other stuff out. What did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Don't go too heavy on the booths I missed, because most of them aren't open yet, at least as of recording this on Sunday. So stay tuned, Juicy, all that good stuff. Smack the buttons, you know what you're doing. And I can't wait to hear from you, clever robots, on the flippin' fly.